In today's video, we're going to be checking out the Chronicle Collectibles RoboCop half-scale bust statue. The RoboCop statue is depicting RoboCop as he appears in the first outing, the Orion Pictures 1987 classic RoboCop. The statue is 11 pounds in weight, 15 inches tall, 8 inches wide, and 6 inches deep. When you first get the statue out of box, you basically get two components. You get the main bust and you get yourself the display base as well. The base actually is the same style of base as what we got also with the Chronicle Collectibles release of the Terminator Genesis bust, also reviewed here on the channel. The front has a very cybernetic sort of motif placard featuring the RoboCop here in embossed treatment. I really like the wash of darker grays that they've added to the otherwise silver placard, which really gives it that sense of age and metallic. The back of the base also has the same sort of neck structure as the Terminator bust that we had a look at. And then on the underside, you've got the RoboCop 1/2 scale bust, limited edition, 149 out of only 300 pieces released worldwide. Chronicle Collectibles at the top, and actually, as opposed to having the felt feet as circles, they've actually covered the entire bottom in the felt surface so it won't scratch when you have it on display. To install the bust, simply line the peg up to the hole provided in the base itself, line it up, and it fits very easily in place. And then you've got the support strut of the base keeping the bust of the statue upright. The bust was 3D sculpted by Inigo Gill and Dean Tolliver using references from MGM and screen footage from the 1987 film. The face was painted by Alex Alva and the suit by Paul Francis. The base was designed by Kerry Gammill. Getting some close-up look at the details here on the statue. The likeness here is incredible, really capturing the essence of RoboCop not only in the movie, but I feel it very much looks like Peter Weller, which is something that some of the older collectibles, not necessarily Chronicle, but RoboCop collectibles in general, seem to have struggled with. They didn't have the licensing necessarily for Weller's likeness, of course, so they don't always look like RoboCop. Here, though, we have an exact replica of how he would appear in the movie, just from a 1/2 scale perspective. Some excellent paint application that's been applied to his lower mouth area, about the only flesh area that we're going to see on RoboCop. But it's a mixture of some rosier colors, some lighter peach colors, and some paler flesh tone, all combined together, giving us a very accurate, very realistic looking presentation. I also do like the coloring of his lips, where they've given him various shades. You got the lighter pinks there, some darker pinks, and they've almost added like a slight dark, almost grayish pink, dividing the top lip from the bottom. One of the other paint applications I think they did quite well was the airbrushing to his armor. As in the movie, RoboCop doesn't really have a silver armor. It's basically a silver, but then it's a mixture of purples and blues, very subtly airbrushed into there. So it's several different layers of color. So here, what you see on RoboCop's helmet, for example, you've got like those lighter blues, you've got like the purple areas around like the side bolts of his helmet, and if we spin the statue around, you get very much more of that purple and blue resonating on the back area here. Of course, one detail that couldn't have been omitted is the OCP Police 001, which has been etched into the side of his helmet. This statue has a beautiful combination of not only of the metallic silvers and the airbrushings that we were just looking at, but this very shiny looking black that's been added not only to the back portion of his head, the chin guard area, and then the lower area of his abdomen. That shiny black sheen is also very nicely presented here on the back of the statue, which I like that is a nice contrast then to the gray and the gunmetal coloring that they've put in the support strut of the base. In fact, the bust has been done so well, I'd like to see Chronicle Collectibles maybe entertain the idea of doing a RoboCop 2 bust. Essentially, they could keep the bust exactly as what we see right here, but as maybe a little smaller idea, something that they could do just to slightly tweak a RoboCop 2 release, is maybe give us a grimaced teeth showing expression on RoboCop, and of course then swap the silvers with the airbrushings of the purple and the blue in favor of a more vibrant blue and purple as he's seen in the sequel. RoboCop is one of my all-time favorite action movies. This definitely makes my top 5 favorite action movies of all time. This is a fantastic looking statue presented here from the folks over at Chronicle Collectibles. This is now technically my 3rd pickup from Chronicle, having already looked at the Ed 209 and also the RoboCop 2 Kane statue. If you guys haven't had a chance to check those out, you can head over to my playlist and not only check out the previous RoboCop reviews for Chronicle Collectibles, but all the other statues and collectibles I've done for them as well. Speaking on this statue, however, if you are looking to pick up the RoboCop half-scale bust statue, as I mentioned earlier, quantities are extremely limited. You're only looking at 300 pieces worldwide. The price point on this RoboCop statue is $350. Now, if $350 seems a little steep, don't worry. If you head over to Chronicle now and get this guy before he runs out, you can pay him either in full price, a 3-month, a 6-month, or even a 10-month payment breakdown. So $300 seems relatively high. Don't worry, you can pay in smaller installments until you fully have paid him off and RoboCop comes to your door. Today we were having a look at the Chronicle Collectibles. This was the 1987 RoboCop half-bust statue. And like I said, if you guys haven't had a chance, go back and check out my Chronicle Collectibles playlist. You can go and have a look at all the previous collectibles that I've done for Chronicle. If you also haven't had a chance to subscribe to this channel, shame on you. Hit that little subscribe button. It's just below this video, and you'll never miss a beat when it comes to future videos. As always, guys, thanks for watching as you always do. I'll see you next time.